Hi guys, welcome to Nila and David channel again.
So good morning, or I should say, mayong gabi.
Mayong gabi.
So today we thought we'd give you 5 reasons why it might not be a good idea to live or travel in the Philippines. So these
live
are
in the Philippines.
Yeah, it might not be a good idea to live in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So I thought the first one would be the health system. As you know, in the UK we have the National Health Service. Now that's paid for by people going to work, and part of their wages every single week or month is taken from your salary and paid to the government to help fund the National Health Service, and then the government puts in the rest of it. It basically means if we want to go and see the doctors, we just book an appointment, we go down and we see the doctor, we come out. If we want to go and to the hospital for whatever reason, same thing. If you need to go to the hospital, you just go to the hospital, you have your treatments and you come out. If you need to have a prescription, there is a one set fee that you pay for whatever prescription you have. There is no extra charge for that. It's just one set fee per item that you have, and that's it. Now in the Philippines, that's totally different.
Yeah.
We were there 2017 and her father had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
The thing that I found most disturbing at the time was the moment we went through the hospital door, we saw pay kiosks, where 2 of them where you pay. So
Yeah.
the thing that I found was every single test that her father had to have, you had to pay for. Then you had to pay for the results, and constantly, like this, is back and forth, constantly going to the pay kiosk to pay for what they needed, to go back to give to the doctor to say, okay, with this is the results, this is what you need, and then you have to come back and pay again for whatever else is needed for the next process.
Number 2 is the bad weather.
What I mean by bad weather, because the Philippines has lovely weather. However, it does have typhoons. It does have tropical weather, which can be, for people from England who are not experienced to it, it can be quite scary because of the high winds and lots of rain that you can get there. So that is another one. If you consider living over there, you have to be prepared for the extreme weathers as well as the good weather. The third one is the mailing system. Over here, if you wanted to send a letter from London to Birmingham, for instance, you'd get that the next day or the day after. If you want to send a letter from Manila to Cebu, for instance, yeah, it could take a lot more than a week. If you're sending a parcel to the Philippines, that can take 3 to 4 months if you want to send it by ship. And although it's supposed to be able to get there in a week if you're sending it by aircraft, you still, when you get to the letter on the ground, or whatever, the parcel, whatever it is, it's then up to the delivery system to get it to you, and it's very, very slow. To get stuff to you in the Philippines takes a long time, so don't expect anything quickly if you want there. Have patience. Driving.
The driving.
There's 2 parts to this. There's 2 parts to this.
Yeah.
The first one is you can't really get around without either driving or hiring a driver. It's really difficult for public transport to get anywhere. Because you have to wait a long time, and then everybody just gets on finds a seat. If there's not a seat, they'll just stand, wait.
Yeah.
The vehicle's moving along whilst you're trying to find a seat, or you're having to pay the conductor. We would call him a conductor. He's just probably the driver's mate who's going around collecting the money.
Yeah, David had experience as well. We tried to ride the bus.
We went to Ormoc, didn't we?
Yeah, from our place to Ormoc. And then, yeah, we have to wait for how many hours to get the bus? Or if there's lots of the van, and when the van stop at the bus stop, you know, they had lots of passengers, so there's no space. So we have to wait and wait and wait for until the bus come in, and then we just get in. Even there's no space, no spare seats in there. The bus just let us to get in.
Yeah, the second part is the standard of driving.
Yeah, and also I think if you have the car as well, so I think it's just very difficult because it's quite different. A lot of people there learning driving, and then they don't have a lesson. So
yeah, they have no lessons.
Yeah,
they don't know how to drive. They just get in a car and drive.
Yeah. They don't have a lesson.
Yeah, so that's the standard of driving is not as good as it could be.
Yeah.
The last one for today is bureaucracy, paperwork, and the amount of running around you have to do just to get a signature on a piece of paper. Now, Nellie's done more of this than I have.
Yeah, I did that experience. Every year I'm going back to Philippines because of the problem of the land. We bought the land. That's not expensive. Just build the house for our Philippines. So that was horrendous that time. That was I don't have lots of time to stay there, and just only 1 month, and then I need to finish. But I just come back here. There's nothing happened. The BIR, that's what holding the paper so that I can get the title of the land. That was very, very long.
Long time to get what you needed.
Yeah, I think that was because of the government. It was very corrupt that time. Yeah, luckily David, he didn't have experience about how to work the papers.
Yeah, I'm really happy about
everything.
that.
I did everything for him. Yeah, I did everything for him to process all the papers, and he didn't have a problem about it. So
I'm sure there'll be a lot more paperwork as I end up moving there. Things like changing my driving license over, visa applications for extended stays, or to live permanently there. All these kind of things will take lots of paperwork and lots of time. But yeah, so that is just 5 reasons why maybe you should not. However, if you stay tuned, you can see 5 reasons why you should move to the Philippines.